Our current day society has started to fall oh so quickly that even our youth is starting to shout through lavalier microphones and speakerphones and any sort of loudspeaker they can find next to them, even to their other, classmates and peers, about how fucked society is and about how nobody has a chance.
To everyone in this room currently affected by the Trump administration, listen to me now. Do not give up. Do not stop fighting. Fight for you, fight for your family, fight for everyone you know, because this country is headed towards a second fucking Holocaust.
Jobs are getting replaced by AI, labor costs are getting, expunged to foreign unions or whatever the fuck words you want to put there, and how if you have money, it's slowly being eaten up by cost of living crisis and inflation and whatever else your boss makes up to refuse to have to pay you what you feel like you're probably worth. Now today in this video, we're going to break down how Americans are lost, how the youth is lost, how newer generations, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, even millennials are starting to feel, they're starting to get worked up. The bar has gotten too high, and people have been taking too much shit, where now they're starting to spew it out. So feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions down below, as well as a huge shout out to thank you guys who check out those links down below to support me and the content around here. But now, let's begin today's shit show.
Hey, I'm hungry, but I can't afford food. Will you help me? Get a job. Okay, I got a part-time job, but I still can't afford food. Will you help me? Work full-time then. Okay, I found a full-time job, but now I lost my health insurance because I make too much. I still can't afford food. Will you help me? No, stop being lazy and get a better job then. Go to college or something. Okay, I took out loans and I went to college like you said, but now I have a bunch of school loans I have to pay back on top of my health insurance. I still can't afford food. Will you help me? It was your choice to take those loans out. Get a job and pay them off like the rest of us. Okay, I was one of the lucky few to get a job in my field after graduating, but now I have to pay for student loans, my health insurance, I lost my food stamps because I make too much, and they take more money out of my paycheck for taxes. I still can't afford food. Will you help me? No, we won't. Well, on one condition. What condition is that? Pop out a kid. What? You're a single person household. We don't really care about you, but if you have a baby, suddenly we have way more assistance available for you. So you're saying I only deserve food in this country if my body is either A, performing labor, or B, in labor? That's correct. Okay, this system seems really broken. No, it's not broken. It's working exactly how we designed it to.
Now, the gaslighting here in America is so funny, because despite how we're supposed to be the land of the free, everything costs so much money, and the majority of the people you meet here don't seem to have any of it. And, have you ever really experienced this if you are from the West? Like, you go to concerts, per se, and the dollar water bottle that you'd have at any convenience store is probably free through your tap at home. Costs like $5 for a singular water bottle at a concert just for the convenience. And this is a survivorship bias, where you might think to yourself, well, just get a job, Josh, just work harder. Just because I can afford it means you should be able to too. But in reality, there's many different, this is just one example here, but there's many different scenarios here in America where this whole survivorship bias completely wrecks most people, while kind of putting these certain people in this weird class. And they've kind of created the system where the only way to genuinely get ahead is by having kids, working towards a system, kind of, being a part of your community, and that's totally great. But if you choose to opt out, if you choose to opt out of this, traditional roles, and you want to be your own free living being, the land of the free, you can do whatever you want, you kind of get shunned, you get fucked by taxes, you get, lectured by societal issues and like the societal norms that constantly seem to change, to the point where other people feel like, well, I have a kid, I have to pay taxes, I have to pay child support, I have to work this job 45 years, I'm never going to retire, so you should have the same trauma, negative living hell that I have to live in, and if this hellscape is what I'm living in, that's what you have to live in too. But apparently, I feel like a lot of these younger generations, they're kind of sick of it, they don't really feel that way, and they've been living online to the point where they've seen so many other people in different lives where they see that it might be possible for them. Unfortunately, a lot of them are starting to realize the older they get, starting to creep up in their mid-20s like I am, and even getting into their 30s, it might not be so possible for everybody, and not everybody can own everything, not everybody can be the entrepreneurs. Some of us have to get fucked.
2 months, living in my car, and I'm not struggling. I've saved over $5,000 doing this. People hear car life and think poverty, but sometimes it's just discipline. I chose this life to get ahead, not to survive. I'm homeless, not hopeless. I've got a plan.
I live in my car, and here's how much money I saved by not paying rent. My old apartment cost me $1,800 per month with utilities. I live 9 months out of the year in my car, and 3 months leeching and crashing at friends or family, so 9 times $1,800 is $16,200. Check out my YouTube for more content.
Van life is absolutely nothing new, and people have been doing this for quite some time now, but it seems as if the youth is starting to pursue this venture so much more than other generations have. And it's because of the cost of living crisis, because of the fact that most people just are refusing, they don't seem really the whole point of paying rent is going to continue to increase and kind of go a lot higher than their, pay raises, because they don't really see themselves being able to afford these places. And then what, are you going to continue to get roommates or continue to get jobs? No, you're just going to, sacrifice what you can do to lower your cost of living, which is resorting people to live in their car. Now, it's not always a bummy, homeless type of scenario, so you can get an RV, you can reinstate your van so it's a lot more livable. Hey, people have put mattresses in the back of their Toyotas and their minivans to make it a lot more accessible. But this is definitely not a it's not like a lifelong endeavor, I don't think, for the majority of people. I definitely think many people do this for a season and can help them get ahead. But at the end of the day, is this really what is supposed to happen? You own nothing and be happy. We all end up in boxes on wheels, and we can pretty much transport all of our possessions because there is no land to own anymore. It's all bought up by big organizations, being rented to us for unreasonable prices that none of us can afford. To wrap up another video discussing our lackluster current day society that we're currently living in, and how you and I are pretty much forced to one day eventually own nothing and be happy, or suffer the consequences of wanting to own anything. If you personally have any other thoughts, opinions regarding anything discussed in today's video, feel free to leave those down below in the comments. I always love to read through those, sort through those, and respond to the ones I see fit, as well as a huge shout out to the handful of you guys checking out those links down below in the description. Those are always some of the best ways to support me, keep me off the streets, and keep me with food in my mouth. So, more than appreciate you. You guys are the best. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content lately. I have a bunch coming out this weekend, so enjoy that. That's kind of for me in this one, so bye.